welcome back. Let's hone in on discipline this morning. It doesn't have to be a big, scary thing. In fact, it could be what unlocks your potential when it comes to discipline techniques, setting boundaries and healthy routines for our kids. I think it's safe to say everyone's parenting style is different. Most of us feel like we are failing. You're going to join that club pretty soon, I have no doubt. No parenting experience is the same. As many would say, there are no manuals to parenting. Unfortunately, I did ask, and there aren't any.
No, there aren't. So on the couch today, we have counsellors Sarah Everett and mom and daughter duo Linka and Nika Palser. They are joining us today. I'm very excited for this conversation because, you know, online, I'm that person that see all the mommy bloggers online talking about
mommy, yeah.
Gentle parenting and positive parenting, and then some parents, you know, they get pushed the boundaries where they're like, okay, gentle parenting, I'm cancelling Christmas, gentle parenting. But is it something that's easy? Is it something that perhaps is coming natural to parents these days, or is it something you need to learn?
Definitely. So I'm not a parent myself, but I obviously work with a lot of teenagers and pre-teens. So it's definitely something, I think, post-COVID that's made it even more tough, you know, parents having to first look at themselves, calm down enough to show their children, you know, how do they model that positive environment and create that safety. So I think it's a hard task.
But it forces you to kind of get your own stuff in check, which is really difficult. So, Nika, I'm going to start with you. Does your mom have her stuff in check? She does. I love that emphatic answer. Do you feel like your house is one that's run on discipline, or is that something that's just there, but you don't really have to be conscious or think too much about it? Is mom a disciplinarian?
Yes, she is.
She is. How does that make you feel? What is that experience like?
It's very nice. It's like I can have my own responsibilities.
I love that.
Linka, I feel like I need to ask you there. I think for any parent, giving their children those freedoms doesn't come naturally or easily at times because you always want to protect them.
Yeah.
But how do you prepare yourself to be like, okay, she's old enough now to handle that responsibility? How do you relinquish that ease? I don't want to use the word control because you are raising an independent child.
But you're responsible for that.
But,
Yes.
but I am kind of like a helicopter mom.
Okay.
Okay, fair
So
game.
inside it's screaming, no, no, no. But outside you're like, yes. But you're like, please don't. But yeah, I would just say we communicate on a daily level. And we speak about all kinds of things. And I think it's very important for me to know where she is emotionally. And where I am emotionally, and then we talk through it, whether it's a situation we have to do or that we've been through, we discuss everything. And then we find a way to move forward or take the positives or learn from the bad experiences, and we discuss it. So everything is a discussion, and she knows exactly what I expect from her. And what the expectations is.
So as much as there is a balance of power in terms of the bigger picture, in the moment, it's an equal sharing of responsibility because there's input coming from both sides. How important is that for the development and growth for both parties to be able to share that? I mean, I found it with my son to ask for his advice. He learns things so much more quickly than if I tell him my advice. And there's a lot of telling, you can imagine, for me. Why is it so important that the communication is where you start?
So I think the communication comes from helping them also see the natural consequences of things, you know. So if there's something that happens, you know, like if I pick up something and it falls, it breaks, you know, what's happened there? Ask them, you know, what could you have done differently? How could you have maybe not let that happen again in the future? So that's to engage them in obviously conversation first, and then talk maybe a little bit about why, you know, we don't want them to break things or to hurt themselves.
And you make it normal for them to constantly, for both of us, to be assessing.
And questioning.
And questioning, assess, question, move forward. I love that,
So I have a lot of friends who now have kids, and it's interesting to observe the different parenting styles. So, Linka, I'm going to start with you. Is structure and routine something you were very big on? And then perhaps, Sarah, we can answer from the counselor's perspective why it's important, perhaps, to introduce a structure or to have more flexibility in the household. So, Linka, let's start off with you.
Okay, it also depends on where we are. So like now, we're on school holidays, so my routine is not. But yes, I'm very strict on routine and structure when the school starts to follow through with it. So it also provides security and stability for Nika. So she knows exactly when to wake up, what to do when she pack the lunch, you know, etc., go to school. So that gives them structure, and I feel that makes them feel secure. But over the holidays, like now, we're more lenient. So I think, it depends on every parent, but when it's go time, we're on structure and routine very much. But if it's holidays, I'm more flexible.
Nika, maybe I can put this to you, sorry, to just interject very quickly. Who's in control here? Does it feel like you control the flow of your life, or do you feel like mom kind of gives you the information and you fit within that? How does it feel to you?
It feels nice as well. Like, she gives me the responsibilities, and I do understand what I must do. So I do them.
Okay.
It's a choice, and I love that because I think the most disempowering thing, and something that's in my conscious parenting journey, is like, don't force. If I can't figure out how to explain and motivate why you should be doing this, then the whole thing falls down. Why is that so important to have that structure?
I think if I can maybe just piggyback off of what already is happening, which is amazing. So I think it's the collaboration, working together on that structure. You know, so they don't feel like, you know, mom wants me to do that. It's actually something I've said I want to do that as well. And I think the flexibility holiday is very good, and I'm very proud that she's awake so early.
Especially during the holidays.
Smashing it on your holiday. I'm so sorry that we did this to you during your holidays. You have nailed it. Well done. Thank you so much.
Oh, fantastic. I just want to thank our incredible panel for joining us today. And there you go, different parenting styles. We just wanted to highlight that for you in terms of just self-development. Our theme for today, we want to make sure that you are the best version of yourself.